Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd show my face. I did have my hairs nice and down, but it's driving me absolutely insane, so I put it back up. But anyways, welcome to my cooking channel. I am in my basement office slash gym, thinking that it was going to be a little more quiet down here than upstairs, but apparently not, so just bear with me. So today I thought I'd do a bit of a different video. I do tons of meal planning. You can find my monthly meal plans up on my blog for almost every month. I try to be consistent with it. This one will be going up probably today. I'm thinking, yes, March 1st will go out. So tomorrow probably will be, or even tonight. It doesn't matter. I will post it. And anyways, but I thought I'd take you through a process of how I meal plan for the whole month, for my week, and then how I set up my family so they know what I meal plan for. So here are some of the things that I use. So I have my monthly meal planner, which I will link the free printable that I have over on my website in the description box, so if you wish to print it out, you can. Then I use my meal planner. This is where I plan out my dinners and also my breakfast and my lunches, and then there's a shopping list. I plan out breakfast ideas and lunch ideas for myself and for the daycare. I don't do it for the rest of my family. They can figure that one out for themselves. They're all old enough to do that. But the dinners I do put out, and then I do a bit more details in here once I do my weekly planning, like the salads, the sides, and things like that that I want to serve that day. And then for my family, just to avoid any questions, I have my weekly menu that I post that sits on the side of my breakfast bar. And then I just have these I just cut up the little index cards and I just write down what's on. I do use both sides for it, as you can see. And then I usually keep these, and then I just write any new ones that I'm trying out. Now when it comes down to meal planning for the month, what I use for that is my planner. Oh, and this, I have a DIY how I made this over on my DIY channel, which I will link as well in the description box if you're feeling adventurous and you want to make one yourself. So for my monthly meal plan, I use my meal planner. Planner. This is an Erin Condren one. This is where I plan my life pretty much. So I look at the month and see if there's anything happening. So if unfortunately we're still under lockdown, so I don't think there's going to be any dinner parties to go to or to entertain as far as that's concerned. But you know, if we can eat out and order food out. So if, you know, we're celebrating something, I will put that down. If I know I have an appointment or something, I won't be able to make dinner, I'll put that down. So that way I know how many dinners I actually need. I also have over in my, I don't know where I put it, but I have a home binder, and in my home binder, I keep a dinner list. But I don't think it's in here because I think I moved it, but I had a full list of like favorites to pull from in case if we wanted to eat some repeats or whatever. So kind of staples in the house that I serve every month almost, kind of thing. So but it's nice to have them on a list, have everyone's favorites on a list, so that way if you can't remember something, you go, oh yeah, it's right there. So I've created a list. I don't know where it is though. Maybe I should have had it for this, but I don't know where I put it. It's probably somewhere else. And then also I am part of a Beachbody, and my coach sends out monthly meal plans all the time. I don't serve everything that's on there, but it's nice to get variety of recipes, so I will look at it and see if there's any recipes that interest me, and I will include them. I always like to try a couple different new recipes a month just to keep things interesting. And then I also use Pinterest, obviously, for most of my recipes. And I've been doing cookbook challenges this month and last month, and that has actually brought back some cookbooks, so I've been enjoying that. So like I said, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to turn the camera and just kind of go through the process of how I plan out for this month. And I use a pencil for that because I like to erase things a lot. So I have a pencil with a little eraser on the back of it. So let's get started. So here is the meal planner. So I just write down March, and I know it starts on the 1st, so I fill in the dates. And just because something is written on a certain date, it doesn't mean that's when I will be making it. That's why I do plan weekly as well, and then I just pull the recipes from this monthly menu and see which one suits me the best to serve that week. Sometimes if it's, you know, says it'll be nice weather, I will switch it up to, I think there's 31 days in March. So, and then another thing that I do as well is every month I go through my freezer and just to see what meat I have on hand and kind of try incorporate that into the meal plan, so that way I go through all the meat before I actually buy it, and it's also a good way to see what you have in case if you do need to go and buy some more. So Tuesdays I like to keep for some sort of wraps, and that's another thing that I've been doing, is trying to kind of keep certain days as theme days. So like, you know, Wednesdays are seafood days, Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, but it's not necessarily just tacos. There can be fajitas, burritos, Thai wraps, chicken wraps, maybe egg roll in a bowl type of food. In my mind, that's what I set Tuesdays up for. And then, like I said, maybe Wednesdays are seafood days, and then, you know, Thursdays are pasta days. It just makes things a little bit simpler when planning things out. And I always know that Saturdays, if we are eating at home, we like to keep it very adventurous sometimes. So if I'm going to be trying out a new recipe, I will try it out on Saturdays, because sometimes they tend to be time consuming, or I need a little bit more attention than or more of my attention than, let's say, a weeknight meal that I start while I still have daycare kids at my house. So just like I said, little tricks that I do to make things easier for me to plan out. So I'm going to start with the Tuesdays because I know what I'm going to be making. So I'm gonna put down this Tuesday we are going to have tacos, because we haven't had tacos with hard shells for my kids. I usually have a taco salad on that day. Then the following week I will make, I think my husband is going to make some pulled pork on Saturday, because that takes about 12 hours to make. So let me know if you guys want to see a recipe how he makes pulled pork. I absolutely love his pulled pork because I'm not a huge barbecue sauce fan, and the way he seasons his pulled pork, I don't even have to add a barbecue sauce on it because it tastes so good. I do used to be able to find a sugar-free barbecue sauce, and that had worked out pretty good, but now I just there's this hot sauce that they sell locally actually, and but it's more like a barbecue sauce, and I will put that because it doesn't have the sugar. It's just, I find most barbecue sauce give me extreme heartburn, and this one doesn't. So, and I think it's the sugar, the amount of sugar that's in most of them. I do love the taste of Diana's barbecue sauce, and it is probably the least one to give me heartburn, but it does still give me heartburn. I guess maybe that's just age too. So anyway, so if he makes pulled pork, then maybe we'll do like some sort of carnitas, because I will have the pork from here, and then we always make, he'll make like 3 or 4 shoulders. I think he can fit 3 actually into the smoker, and then we'll freeze them so it's like a freezer meal. So we'll have pork carnitas here, and then I think I'm gonna do Thai lettuce wraps. And then maybe do burritos. Actually, we haven't had fajitas in a while, so I'll do, I think I had it in the menu last month, but we never ended up having them. So fajitas. So now that's done, I know that I need some seafood. So I'm going to, I still have some shrimp. So I might do shrimp pasta here. Actually, I'll move the shrimp pasta to the Thursday. And then I'm gonna do salmon on Wednesday, because I know I have shrimp, but I don't have enough to just do like shrimp on its own, but I have enough to throw it in a pasta. And then I'll head out that weekend and pick up some salmon, and then I'll do white fish. And then when the week comes up that I'm making white fish, I'll figure out how I'm gonna make it and put that in my weekly menu. And then I'll do shrimp and sausage sheet pan dinner. There, and then so this week I'm not gonna do, actually just remembered, good thing I just remembered, so I'm not gonna do seafood here because Friday is Good Friday, and I think we're gonna be making lobster that day, so I'm going to leave that for that day. So I have to come up with something else to do here. So shrimp and pasta, that's usually I make like a Alfredo sauce for that, and then here I'm going to do a spaghetti. And when I make shrimp pasta for us, I make pasta for the kids, and I do zucchini noodles for us, and then here I will do a spaghetti squash, just to keep things a little bit different. And then here I was gonna try, so last month I shared in one of my What's for Dinners, I've tried that feta and tomato recipe. So here I'm going to try the Boursin, I don't know how to spell that, cheese and tomato sauce. And then I'll usually grill some chicken on the side, or make it in the oven if the weather's not nice, to go with that, because my daughter has been asking to try that recipe, so we're gonna try that recipe. I didn't mind the way the feta and tomato tasted. I thought it tasted really fresh, but I think the Boursin cheese and tomato will taste better. That's just me. And then I'm thinking here I'm gonna do some sort of a baked pasta. And then I make the sauce, and then I make the chicken separately, and then I bake it with pasta. And for my husband and I will just cut up vegetables in large chunks like zucchini and peppers, and that will be instead of the pasta. It actually tastes pretty good that way as well. So I have that, and then here we're gonna do homemade pizza on Saturday. And then I think we have some, I'm not sure if we have any roasts. I'm gonna double check oh, actually we have steaks, so we'll do steak for that day. And then I'm gonna do some stuffed pork. Actually, I'm going to leave this open because I have a feeling that I'm gonna be trying out. I'm doing a recipe swap for in this month, but I think it's due sometimes this week, so I might have to shift things around. So I'm gonna do just put down recipe swap and then question mark, because I will have to figure out what to make on that day. Now I would like to incorporate some slow cooker meals because they are so easy for me to make and just not too much mess. So I was thinking about doing them on Fridays because I like to clean my house on Fridays, and then this is pretty much where I would like to have the least amount of work. And then on Sundays I also meal prep some soups, so that way I have some soups for the week if I want to eat them for lunch. So I will be doing that, and most of the time on Sunday we have leftovers from the Saturday. I make sure that we make plenty so that way we can have leftovers for Sunday, so that way I don't actually have to cook every single day. But that still leaves me with Mondays, and I'm going to do a whole chicken, and then over here I'm gonna do pork tenderloin, and then I think I'm gonna do beef dip here, and I actually have tons of beef dip left over from this week, and I froze it, so this will be just a freezer meal. And then I just need one more to figure out here. I'm going to do chicken thighs. Then I think so I will do burritos here then, because I still have one more Tuesday. And then we'll do butter chicken on that day. And I'm gonna do soup recipes will be buffalo chicken soup, and then chicken noodle soup, because I'm already in need of some broth anyways. I might do a taco soup, and then minestrone. Okay, so I just need to figure out some slow cooker meals now, and I'm gonna turn to my Pinterest for that. Ooh, lemon garlic butter chicken. That sounds good. So I will do lemon garlic butter chicken. I'm gonna try the skinny slow cooker kung pao chicken. I'm gonna do coconut curry chicken. Alright, so I'm gonna move the coconut curry chicken to here, and I'm going to try and make a Mongolian beef here. This won't work either. I'm gonna move the Mongolian over here. So I'm gonna move slow cooker Kung Pao, and then Mongolian beef here. And I'm gonna do turkey meat for the spaghetti. So that way the only meat that I like to repeat is poultry, pork and beef. I kind of want to stick to once a week. So that's why I was moving stuff around, because it was getting a little bit too much beef. And even for Thai, sometimes I flip-flop between pork and turkey. So I'm gonna just put down turkey to make sure. We're going to get some chicken, whole chickens at a chicken store. So I know I need to get some, it's a poultry store, so I know I need to get some ground turkey for these couple days. So I think that's pretty good. I have to figure out a recipe here still. I did not realize I was still missing one. So, but I think that's pretty good. And over on my blog, I will include any of the recipes that I'm going to be using on there, so that way you can try them out yourself if you want to. So just one more. I think we're gonna do chicken burgers. Oh, actually grilled chicken sandwiches. Actually, the kids will like that. So that's it. And now I'm going to switch over to my meal planner, and I'm going to write out, well, actually I don't even have to write out. I can just show you how I write it out in here, so that way you kind of have an idea of how it looks. I'm just trying to find a good one. So I'll write down, like, for example, pork tenderloin with baby potatoes and green beans. So chili and fresh bread. And I, like I said, like to add the sides on here and the like what type of a salad I'm making, so that way when I am making a shopping list, it's a lot easier to see what exactly I need. And then over here I have my breakfast ideas, any snack prep that I'm planning on making for that week, and then lunch ideas for the daycare. So that way it's everything. And actually, if you look, it's lunch ideas, I have daycare, and then I have me and what I'm eating. So that way, like I said, when I make up my shopping list, everything is written in here, and I can just reference to this when I'm making the list, so that way I make sure I don't forget anything. This meal planner came from Amazon. I will have it linked in the description box, but I actually saw Mrs. Ashana over at Mrs. Dickinson use this meal planner, and I loved it. So I went ahead and bought it. I will have a link to a Canadian, so Amazon.ca and Amazon.com, where you can get them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was inspirational for you to go ahead and meal plan your own meals. And trust me, you save money doing this, and you will have a full month of meals if that's what you want. But I encourage you to at least try to meal plan for a week. It does help quite a bit with, if you're following some sort of a meal diet or anything like that, to stay on track. That way you have everything on hand, and you are not reaching for that bad stuff. And making it simple and making it so it works for you, for your busy schedule, is very important as well. So if this is your first time stopping by, I would love it if you consider subscribing, pressing the notification bell, and let me know down in the comments if this is something that you enjoy watching, because if you do, I can make this a monthly thing, or I can just make it every once in a while. So I would love to know. So let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all in my next video.